As you may or may not know, PewDiePie smashed 100 million subscribers this week, and we were fortunate enough to capture the moment live. However, had this happened in September, it would have most likely looked something like this. Oh, that was a bit boring.
vidIQ. vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello, I'm Rob, and as always, welcome back to vidIQ, educating you on your YouTube journey. And I know you all love this little sub-counter thing called a metric time, and I'm delighted to announce that we are currently on 390,478 subscribers. But in a short few weeks, YouTube is going to break this thing. Kind of. Let me put it this way. I want you to search for your favourite channel on YouTube and tell me exactly how many subscribers they have right now. Depending on when you watch this video, you're going to get this answer, or you're going to get this answer, and that's called an abbreviated subcount. To the shock of the whole YouTube community, YouTube announced these changes 3 months ago, and now they have updated us all on how exactly they are going to work. To summarise, with the exception of channels under 1,000 subscribers, whose subscriber count will always be displayed to the single digit, all channel subscriber counts will be rounded down, depending on how many subscribers the channel has. For example, 1,234 subscribers becomes 1.23k subs. 123,456 subscribers becomes 123k subscribers. And yes, in the case of PewDiePie, even if he had 99,999,999 subscribers, it would show his count as 99.9 million subscribers until he surpassed 100 million subscribers. Or at least something similar. This is an artist's impression because YouTube have not yet made those changes. They intend to make them over the month of September. Now, those are the basics, but there are some really important questions that need to be answered. The first question is, what about my channel? Am I never going to be able to see exactly how many subscribers I have? Well, that's actually a tricky one to answer because yes, you will be able to see a subscriber count to the last digit in your Creator Studio dashboard, but this count is usually delayed by at least 24 hours because, as you can see, it doesn't match up to the sub count we get for vidIQ on YouTube search pages. Those are how the changes are going to impact YouTube users and video creators, but those changes also impact us. As part of these changes, third parties that use YouTube's API service, and that includes vidIQ, will also access these same public-facing counts you see on YouTube. As of the time of recording, none of this has happened yet, so we can only make an educated guess, but it may be that some of our tools begin showing some abbreviations like this. But right now this is a chicken in the egg situation. Until YouTube make the changes, our developers can't start their work on giving you the best data that's available to us. And of course, subscriber counts represent a tiny part of the vidIQ Chrome extension that will help you research YouTube, analyze any video on a platform, audit your own channel, and take actionable steps that will help grow your YouTube channel to even higher abbreviated subcounts. It is free to download and there is a link in the video description. But on the other hand, some third-party vendors live on real-time subscriber counts and they're going to be impacted massively. Abbreviated subcounts will kill the real-time subscriber count cottage industry that Flare TV began almost a year to the day when they started following PewDiePie and T-Series as subcounts. It's still running today and has helped the channel grow by over 2.5 million subscribers. But soon this live stream is going to look something like this, and no one will ever know quite how close these channels are to their next subscriber milestones. So why have YouTube done this? Well, they say that beyond creating more consistency, this addresses creator concerns about stress and well-being, specifically around tracking public subscriber counts in real time. Now, my guess is that the majority of you are going to disagree with what YouTube is saying here. Subscriber counts have been around forever, it wasn't broken, why are you fixing it? I love the gamification of hitting those targets. And these are all valid points, and when we did polls on this earlier on in the year, around about 85 to 90% of you disagree with what YouTube was planning to do with abbreviated subcounts. And YouTube know this is not a popular decision. In the same update, YouTube said, while we know not everyone will agree with this update, we hope it's a positive step for the community, both those viewing and creating content. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on the subject, especially those in favour of abbreviated subcounts. We've not heard many voices in support of it, so anybody who does think it's a great idea, we'd love to start a constructive debate in the comments. As for my own personal opinion, I've got to be honest, I don't really like the change. I think the consistency argument doesn't really fly because view counts can still be inconsistent throughout YouTube, and we're not seeing YouTube try to change them. And as an analytics geek myself, I think it's a shame that we're going to lose some purity in the data. These numbers have been accurately tracked to a single digit for years now, and we're going to lose those pages of history to these abbreviated counts, and nobody's really going to know when channels are hitting these huge landmarks until they've happened, except for the video creator themselves. And I think they're going to find it hard to share that data because they only get it from the channel analytics, which is delayed anyway. However, I do understand the wellness argument of this change. This is the trend that social media platforms are going towards these days, with Instagram hiding likes. And I have to be honest, I personally haven't been negatively affected by real-time subscriber counts, and there are those video creators who potentially have been. You think about the Tati Westbrook versus James Charles real-time subscriber count and what happened there. There are real serious considerations of how this affects the mental well-being of video creators. Now, one of the reasons I made this video is because in a recent poll I posted to the vidIQ community, apparently a quarter of you still have no idea this is happening. So consider yourself informed. And now for a little bit of fun. Let's find out how many subscribers we got during the making of this video. Oh, wonderful.